And as a final thing, uh, just to um, give you an idea how these um, ideas of people's behavior can really differ from people's actual behavior, uh, is this view of how do we conceive of people? Do we consider them as these biased idiots who do these false inferences all the time, or are they actually self-determined and using the information they have about the world to arrive at the best possible solution given all their skills and resources that they have available? So there's this thing called the panic myth. So people in our interviews, so we had studied household preparedness because in Finland we have this um, preparedness guideline where every household should be prepared for at least 72 hours uh, uh, with supplies, food and medicines and that kind of stuff. If you want to have a look, go and look at 72hours.fi or 72 tuntia.fi. And so we were looking at the household preparedness and how people considered their own preparedness after the war in Ukraine started. And many people had this idea that's very well known in psychology about themselves being these rational individuals. So I have this strength that I can be calm during crisis, and I can act rationally. But those other guys, you sort of need to watch out for them because you don't know what they're gonna do. And uh, so often this turns into thinking people turn to thinking that they should therefore try to control other people's worry with messages that play down risk. And this is quite contradictory on many ways. So first of all, from crisis research, we know that in real disasters, people self-organize and help each other and act in this very collaborative manner instead of doing what the disaster movies show, that where people actually go on looting and shooting people. So this panic behavior is usually uh, restricted to very special circumstances where you have for example, a fire in a movie theater where there is just one door and there is this panic that uh, uh, comes about due to that. But stockpiling on toilet paper, for example, it's not panic no matter what the mass media tells you. Uh, and thinking about complexity, so people's reactions to these communications vary. So whatever you tell people, people will interpret them in different ways. Some will interpret it as being more worrisome because they know something about it and they think they are playing the risk down. And some people will interpret the message in other ways, and they also collaboratively, as we talked about in the sense making part, that they do collaborative sense making of these messages and how to interpret them. So there are just too many reactions and interpretations these messages could have. So this sort of implies that the strategy of minimal potential harm is just being maximally factful and not trying to control people's emotions, because in a complex system you don't really know what's going to happen if you do that. And the self-organization efforts, people need to know how they counter the threat in order to prepare for it properly. And just a few words on intervention uh, data. So all this intervention content. So everything that we talked about in lectures 1 and 2 also apply to the reporting of interventions in the literature that we have discussed here. And just to leave you off here with a common situation that policy advisors, science advisors had during the pandemic.